are more questions, and I can say yes to all of them. I enjoyed myself very much. I think the whole band did. It was a memorable weekend, let's say. I've never been to Russia, and it was really, really cool. I think I had too much vodka for one weekend, but but it was nice, and the crowd, the audience was great. They are crazy, which is good. We had good ticket sales, especially in Moscow. It was a good crowd, but also St. Petersburg was very nice, and yeah, we all enjoyed ourselves very much. Now, actually, we are testing and trying out using movie material during shows a couple months now, and Charlotte is making movie material for several songs. The thing is, this screen was the screen for the from the venue itself, and we use beamers and we put them under our risers. So if the venue is big enough, if the ceiling is high enough, then we have two screens of 1 meter high and 2 meters width, let's say, and we put the movie material on that. So yeah, if the venue is big enough, we use that, and we're extending the material. Charlotte is really busy working on that. It's just for the shows. That's a good question, actually. I never thought about it. Yeah, that's a very good question. No, it's for the shows, but yeah, you never know if sometime in the future we release some bonus footage that we could release it with the movie material. Um, like how do you say? It at one end it felt like very familiar, being with the same people on stage. On the other hand, it was not, because we had 40 or 50 headed orchestra on there, and the venue was very big. And of course, I was also playing with the current band members, which was a new experience. But it was very nice to be back and to meet family, friends, and so it felt like coming home, let's say, a different home. If I could do that, I certainly would like to do that once. But that's very complicated, because, of course, you need to have a stage which is big enough. You need to prepare. You need to hire a composer to write out all the scores. So it's a very complicated endeavor, but it would be very nice to do that. If I can, then I would certainly work that out. um, Actually, we're exploring bringing out a special album in 2013, but we still have to talk with our label about the legal part of that. But we have a lot of material, and if we can, then we would like to release an album and a DVD with movie footage, like backstage, but also live, etc., and also unreleased material. I don't think so. that really depends a little bit on our record company. And actually, we are in the process to switch to a new record company, but we're not sure yet if they come with a very extended plan which we like, then we would consider that, of course. So it's not sure yet. Actually, I'm waiting for more developments in that department as we speak. So, but if it's up to me, then yeah, we would release the new material next year, and also work on a new album. Actually, today I was writing. Yeah, I was working on my computer and really felt like making music. Actually, this screen is my normal computer screen, and I've got a screen over here. Well, you cannot see it, but that's my computer, my music computer, and there's like material on there. So actually, I was working on that today. So yes. I think about it all the time. But thinking about it and making stuff are two different things. You always have an idea where you would like to go, but then again, also Charlotte has an idea where she would like to go, and our music partner Guus, where we write all the stuff with, also has ideas about it. So actually, because this time of year was really busy, I didn't came around to go to Guus and to work together. So I'm just working out stuff on my own, and at a certain point where we will present stuff to each other, and then we will work it out. So it has started already, but it's not very concrete. Thinking about South America, and it also depends a little bit how the progress will be on a new album. I think doing another European tour would make no sense, because we already did two before we released the album, and one after we released the album. So I would like to make the timing perfect next time. And if it's up to me, then it would boil down to do the shows I just mentioned, then write the album, then support like a very big band, and then go on tour ourselves in 2014. That's a bit the plan. Not tonight, actually. Perhaps I've been too naughty this year, because you only get presents when you're very good, like with Santa Claus. Actually, Santa Claus is a rip-off of Sinterklaas. So it's a little bit the same principle. But I'm gonna have with my family. I'm gonna do this on Saturday. Yeah, because then everybody's free. So not today. Oh, that's a difficult one. Actually, I never feel threatened or how do you say, trespass in my privacy. I don't, and if I do, then I would say so. There's actually only one situation where sometimes I find it not cool to be on my own. That's when at certain points when we do shows and we have our dressing room, that people come in every time, and sometimes you just step out of the shower and there are people you never met, and this I don't really like. But except that, no, I behave like I behave with everybody around me, who I know. I also do the same with people I don't know, and towards fans, I also feel always a lot of gratitude that if they come to a show or if they show interest, I always feel it feels like a compliment always. So I always want to make time for it. For example, in Russia, when we did some signings, a local guy from the venue came to me and told me I had to go to the backstage, and he was grabbing me, and that really pissed me off because fans comes first, and nobody tells me to stop doing autographs because fans are the most important thing to me. So it's no problem for me, and I never feel. No, I never feel. You know, if fans would sleep in front of your door or something, then that'd be. I feel sorry for them first of all because it's very cold here, and second of all, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable. But fortunately, that never happened. Nobody felt the urge to do that, which I'm very glad. Actually, I cannot remember a band where it was not fun. It was always very cool to go on tour with bands. We had a very good support band, 69 Chambers, on our last tour with really nice people. But I think especially Serenity, we really developed a good relationship. I'm thinking of going skiing in Austria with Georg, the singer of Serenity, in January. But also Kingfisher Sky, of course, I know the drummer very well. That's the Ultimate Temptation drummer. Before a very talented musical guy, and it's always fun to have him around and to make music together. So if there are people who are annoying, you don't really play with them. Perhaps the keyboard player of Sonata Arctica was annoying at one time when he was really drunk and searching for a fight which he couldn't find. But I don't think that's objective impression of the guy because I think it was the booze speaking. So no, it's and until now it was always positive with everybody. Yeah, we had a really good time. It's very different to have a band supporting us than being support because when we have a band supporting us, we most of the time share the nightliner. If we support a band, it's most of the time a very big band, and then we have our own nightliner. That's already a big difference. But I would like to tour with the Temptation again. So perhaps we will do that somewhere in the future again. And I would like to tour with Serenity again. Would be fun. Yeah. So I guess that, and of course Metallica or Rammstein. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, that's a difficult one. That's very difficult to answer because if I cannot solve it, then mostly Guus solves it or Charlotte solves it, or the other way around. I think a very difficult one. I think we are the others. Let me speak. Let me take a peek on the titles where it was really difficult. I think Generation Me was very difficult. I'm still not completely satisfied with the chorus. And also Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Hit Me With Your Best Shot has more potential, I think. But and I'm satisfied, but somehow I felt like we had to explore the puzzle a bit more. But there was no time. But on the other hand, it's always good to feel like that something could have been better. If you don't feel that, it feels like you how do you say, you went too far with the whole album, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes.
It always needs something to wish for. It will help with the next album. So that's it, I guess. Generation Me and Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Oh, that's a good one. No, I don't think so. Although Charlotte always writes the lyrics, not me, so she would come up with very good Dutch lyrics. But then they should be really, really good and really, really special. Of course, I always like her lyrics, but then it should have something extra. Because, to be honest, I don't really like the Dutch language to sing on. I think it's too rough and ugly to sing on. So I rather keep it with English. So no. No, actually, to be very honest, I rarely read books. I'm too lazy to read books. I watch movies. Sometimes on holiday I read some books. Of course, I read all the Harry Potter books, and of course I read the Stephen King book. But most of the time I watch the movies. So yeah, and beside that, as I said, I don't write the lyrics. I only write the music. It's more basic when writing the music. It's more like a general feeling. Like I feel like writing a fast song, or I feel like writing a heavy song or a ballad, and it doesn't. Things inspire me, but not events that they inspire me concrete. If you know what I mean. In a stadium in the States, in New York, for 40,000 people, perhaps 50, 60. No, I don't have a clue. I have a philosophy that you should live by the day, and the most important thing is that you have fun in what you do. And if you don't, then you really should search for that. So I just want to release several albums as I feel right now, and to um, yeah, to keep the fan base I have happy with that, and perhaps let it grow some more. But I don't. We're very ambitious, but we don't set clear goals, if you know what I mean. Because the music industry is very, very difficult. So it can be that I will do this for 20 years or 10 years, or it can be that we do it for 3 years and then we quit. I just don't know. But it feels very good right now. We have a really good vibe in the band. We have our mindset to the bonus album and to our new album. So it really feels good at the moment. And this year was a really difficult year. It was a roller coaster. It was a very difficult year for us, and not always very good. And at the time, we actually wondered if we should continue or not. But it was very short, and I think you need this downhill situations to also experience the uphill ones, the peaks. So the future looks bright. I think I was 8 or 9 when I started playing keyboard. At my birthday, I had a keyboard as a present from my parents, um, and after that, I switched to piano, classical piano, but I didn't really like it. So later on, I switched back to modern music, and yeah, then everything developed. So I was 8, I think, or 9. No, actually, I don't have time for that. For me, Delain, sometimes I get questions from bands or artists to contribute, but somehow, for me, I can only focus at one thing at a time. So I rarely do that kind of stuff. So no, I only do delay. That's a very good question, which I often ask myself. I like history very much. I think I studied communication. I really didn't like to study a lot. I finished it to have the paper, the certificate. But if I would choose right now, then I would study history and do something with that because I love it. Oh, that's a difficult one. I think Sting. Sting is actually one of my first albums I ever bought was from the Police, and he has a very distinctive and characteristic voice. But also as a person, he is very stable as an artist. Some artists don't do well with fame and with fame and glory. But he did, and actually he also contributed a lot to very numerous good causes like the rainforest in South America, but also other things. I would say Sting. I think the Polish audience is great. They're special because they're very enthusiastic, and we always feel very welcome in Poland. And what's also distinctive, we didn't have a lot of people in Poland, but it didn't really matter. But in some countries, you need a very big crowd to make a vibe and atmosphere, and in some countries you don't. And Poland is one of the countries where you don't. At least that's what we experience. And actually, Poland is one of the countries where I saw the least of the country. So I would like to, next time when we tour there, I would like to see Warsaw, for example. And I also understand Krakow, I don't know if I pronounced it right, is a very beautiful city. So I would like to see that. Also because of the history, of course. Yeah, I really, the country appeals to me very much, I have to say. Hello, this is Martijn from his nice and cozy workspace in Holland, and I would like to wish all the Delain fans a very, very merry and happy Christmas and a happy New Year.